What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the bottom of the map in the red color, playing as Oranos. His name is Momo. His opponent today in the blue color, playing as Zeus. His name is Hagrit. It's currently 1-0 for Momo in this best of 7 third, fourth place match. This one is for not all the marbles, but for some of the marbles, because the other marbles are in the finals, which these guys are not involved in. So we'll see how they're going to do here. Momo taking that first game fairly decisively with his Poseidon. He's now going to be bringing out his Oranos in game number 2. I haven't actually seen him play Oranos in this tournament just yet, but Oranos is definitely one of those gods that any top player can play if they've got an idea of what to do with him. He is fairly down the line standard in terms of strategy. His economy is huge. You know that you have to win, and if you don't win, you lose. We'll see if that's what Momo is going to be able to pull here. Now, remember, in this tournament, if you win with a god, you can no longer play said god. So as the best ofs get higher, it's your best of 7s, best of 9s for the finals, but best of 7s for the semis and for the third, fourth place match, then you're going to have to be able to play or win with 4 different gods. And if you count how many of one civilization there are, that's like a Greek civilization, Zeus, Poseidon, Hades, you have to play one that isn't Greek. So if you're a Greek main, you're going to have to work out a 4th or 5th god. And Momo picking Oranos for that extra one because he has been playing only Greek in this tournament thus far. Hagrit, on the other hand, I'm surprised to see him stick with Zeus. Normally, when Hagrit loses a game with a god, he'll change in to something different. He'll change into something different and see how he's going to go with that. But sticking with the Zeus, maybe even predicting the Oranos to some degree here, or trying to maybe bait out the Zeus into a Zeus mirror where Hagrit's actually really, really strong. We'll see. Well, who knows why he decided to stay with Zeus, but he's had one game with Zeus, so it's going to be a little bit more warmed up on this god in a way. As he throws down his temple, going to throw down the house, finish throwing down the house, throwing down the temple as well. As the ball over here getting shot down, no problems where that's concerned. This map here does have some hunt on it, has a rhino over in the corner. It's got himself some hippopotamus over on this side as well, but it is relatively low hunt, as we do see cows in this bottom corner. For some reason, not getting picked up. I'm not sure how that works, or maybe cow scouting or something like that. So we'll see how this one is going to all shape up. As technically it's not low hunt, but it is a difficult hunt. Like, for example, this rhino over here, there's a lion guarding it, and I think that'll be similar for Momo as well. If we take a quick look at that, you can see that his rhino is where? His rhino is over here with a lion on top of it. So a little bit challenging to see what's going on there. But Hagrid does decide to go through Athena here. This is a strategy we've been seeing quite a bit through this tournament by the Greek players against the Atlanteans. A 2-town center Athena, this defensive Athena play, kind of popularized a little bit by Momo in a way. Personally, I'm not a fan of it. I think that Zeus has got the best chance of winning by going centaur here. But and the reason why this 2-town center Athena play is working is because Oranos players aren't playing correct against it. But because Momo's fairly aware of what this strategy does, maybe he's going to have some sort of an answer to it and show everyone how he's going to be able to win. Or how Atlantean wins against it in a way. So maybe Hagrid's baiting that out for a later part in this tournament. Maybe that's a little bit too meta. But we do see Momo leaving his oracles on the hunt over here. Thank you. Someone listens. You leave the oracles over here and you manually heroize them if the heroes come in to harass this. As we do see the Minotaur coming out, the villagers making their way over here onto this location. Hagrid just about to get the resources out that he needs to get his town center. Whether he goes this town center over here or this one over here remains to be seen. The Minotaur making its way forward to harass some villagers or something like that. I'm not sure that Hagrid's found the hippopotamus up here or not just yet, because he's not sending his Minotaur up to that location. And we'll see how he's going to go here with this early pressure. The town center on the way, Odysseus on the way as well. Hagrits villagers getting sent forward. He needs to continue training villagers though. He's only got himself 6 on food at this point, as the Minotaur and Jason going to be targeting down the sentry tower over here. We've got ourselves Mermillo coming forward, the Terma coming forward as well. And the big question does come, do we cast Valor on what here, as we see bolts? Huh? What did he use bolt on? Maybe he used bolt on a Promethean offspring? I can't explain, but that is what it is. As the Minotaur retreating away, Hagrid going to be scouting around with his units. We will be seeing the Minotaur getting caught out over here as well. As the unit's going to be coming in to try and finish off this Minotaur. And now it's very much out of position. We will see at least a special ability being used on this location here. As the unit's going to be pushing forward, they're going to make their way straight over to this hunt, I would assume, as the Promethean offspring have spotted it. Hagrid going to be throwing up a wall over here, but it's not going to be quite enough, as he needs one over on this location as well. As the Odysseus, Jason moving back into this position. We see Military Academy stable getting dropped over here, as well as the unit's going to be pushing through. They do spot the heroes, so they are a little bit out of range. As Hagrid's Military Academy about to come up. We do have Momo now checking out this gold mine over here. As the units moving forward, they will create this wall builder. The question is it going to be early enough? Is this wall actually blocking off or not is the big question. It looks like it actually is. And Hagrid's going to be alerted and he will be retreating away. But the wooden wall that Hagrid wanted to throw up is going to get taken out here. But the villagers managed to get back home in one piece, no problems. There's plenty of cows here. We've got 9 cows in the main base, 200 food basically each at this point, so plenty of resources where that's concerned. If we check out Momo, he doesn't yet have himself husbandry, as he's going to be pushing forward. He still doesn't have a second town center up, 74 of 75 population. There is... The question is this a map in which you can win by going one town center? And I think the answer is a resounding yes. You can see the gold mines are both on this side of the map, so you can pressure both of these locations, cast Tartarian Gate in the middle at the home base in order to hurt that way, and then find your victory there. But it looks like Momo is gearing up to throw this town center down instead of going for a crazy one town center gold starve, which I definitely think is the most valid way to play against a 2-town center Athena. But this is kind of a strange one nonetheless. A strange strategy, or new strategy I should say, relatively new strategy we haven't really been seeing by Zeus players. We do kind of see it by Hades players, but it's a different kettle of fish in a big way. As Hagrid's going to be dropping his farms down slowly. Definitely want to throw those down just a little bit so that you can fatten those cows out a little bit more. As the 3rd town center is going to be looking to come down for Momo as well. Waiting for that one. Wants to throw his house down here probably as well. As the units pushing in onto this position. The towers are up, pushing Momo back. Momo's not actually able to find too much damage with his units just yet. So he's made quite a few of them, but he's not finding that damage just yet. He's able to throw up his town center now. He's also missing a house. I'm not sure why that is, as the units are pushing through. Hagrid does garrison those villages nice and quickly here, as these villages retreating away as well. We will be seeing the shockwave coming in, a bit of a weird one, as the storehouse also gets deleted. Going to be picking off 2 villages here. Nice play there by Momo. At least 2 villages, and the rest jumping into the town center. So a lot idle at this point, and Hagrid's going to have to rebuild his storehouse here. As the military academy getting targeted down. These units over here going to be taking down the watchtowers, which have not been defended nicely at all. As the villagers getting pushed back over here. 1 villager down. A 2nd villager will be going down as well, as Hagrit's not really paying attention to this one. The stray villager over here going to get taken out, as well as it's kind of roaming around the map. We do see these units coming in onto this position to try and take down the Terma nice and fast, as we do see that the watchtower has been targeted down. Definitely wants to finish that one off before retreating away. But that damage there is not really all too much. third town center on the way right now for Momo. As these units moving around here looking for something to do here as the Oracle getting taken out. And we'll see how this is all going to go as the units wandering somewhat forward here. You do basically just need to make sure you're positioning up on this side of the map. If you can get like a palace down close to this gold mine and put pressure on this gold mine, that's kind of the strategy that makes the most sense right now for Momo in order to like gain a solid advantage in this game. As you see some walls coming up over here, there is this rhino over here as well that Momo might not be aware of, but it's definitely sitting there wanting to be eaten. But both players just hanging back at this point. I wonder if Momo's thinking about maybe going to the next age here. As he's throwing more military barracks down, trying to start all of those villages. Hasn't managed to start the citizen out of this town center just yet as his units moving back in onto this position. Hagrit's going to be looking to move out himself here. As the units run in over here, they will manage to snipe down adjacent very, very fast. Going to be continuing this fight, but those Terma are getting absolutely destroyed here by the Hippocon coming around on the back. This might be a ceasefire, not a ceasefire moment, a restoration moment for Hagrit in order to hold over here, but he's deciding to hold on to that one a little bit greedily here as the town center's helping out nicely. The Momilla are about to mostly fall, and the restoration goes down very, very late here with only a handful of units out for Hagrit as Momo is going to continue this fight on this position. 97 population to 75 population. The Terma going to be getting taken down very, very quickly. We've got 5 Momilla here. It looks to 3 hoplites, and there's a whole bunch of Hippocon as well, as this looks like Momo will have to retreat out of here. The restoration allows Hagrit to hold, and Momo has to pull back. So not able to get a win there, but does get the restoration finished. And at this point, it seems like what Momo's doing is overproducing on the food-based units. They're overproducing on his Momilla, as the villagers do find a rhino over here to shoot down. And we'll see how that's going to go here as a Terma does end up falling on this position. Momo's going to be checking out the top location over here as we do see villagers moving over here by Hagrit nice and early here. As the storehouse does come down, but Momo spots this right now. He's going to be pretty ready to want to fight over here. There will be a shockwave ready, I think, for Momo to use, but at this point it looks like Hagrid's kind of okay. He's going to be going heroic age fairly soon, throwing up the walls over here. He's at 99 of 130 population. The armory's up, so he will be able to advance, and he is going through Apollo, so no problems where that's concerned. As Momo's pushing in onto this position, Hagrit's grabbing this gold mine as well, kind of just showing how hyper aware Hagrit is of his kind of lose conditions, going for those gold mines nice and early, as his home gold mine still has 500 gold left in it. But some villages are getting taken out as well here, as the Momilla pushing in will lose that one to the town center. But will he get the villager? Not close there. 21 HP remaining. As the mass Momilla are streaming in for Momo, as he's deciding to actually stay in the classical age. Will this work is the big question, putting all the pressure in the classical age to try and get a gold starve against Hagrit. Could be a way forward here, as Hagrit's kind of only 100 population. The Momilla are all out. Does he have any armory upgrades? He's got himself Pierce armor. It's going to allow him to sit underneath this location nicely. We do see the shockwave on this position here. Going to be picking down more of Hagrit's units, as Hagrit's sitting with tons of food and gold in the bank, as Momo is just going absolutely crazy onto this position over here, as he's going to have to think about a different place to move. Maybe a dock on this position here to get himself a transport ship to come and target down those gold villages over there is not a bad idea, or simply just running through here with a handful of units to target this down, and then defending the retreat path over there is also an option. But Momo is just going to continue the flood here, taking these units out as they're going to continue popping through. But as the pacifists are going to be coming through, they're going to actually be able to deal with those Momillos very, very nicely here. As Momo's all-in is still motoring ahead. He's got plenty of resources in the bank. This is a very, very Atlantean push right now by Momo, but he does need to think about sending a handful of units to the other gold mine there. It's not happening just yet. Villagers popping in and out of this town center. You see Heracles coming through. Momo's going up through Thea now. He's not spending his resources like I thought he was going to be. Doesn't quite have enough military buildings. He's throwing down his military barracks on the front here, but Momo has to retreat back, and Hagrit has held here. I don't think that Hagrit should have held, but Hagrit has held because there's just so many resources in the bank right now for Momo. He just didn't have the production to spend said resources. As now Hagrit retreating back home. We still don't see any attempt at coming over onto this gold mine just yet. Walls coming over here as this Momilla is going to be scouting around, trying to see what's happening. But right now, Momo might want to think about making himself Contarius instead of just going straight into straight Momilla Destroyer Arcus against this army. The other option he's also got is to get to the Mythic Age, which he's probably going to be looking to do here, as the military barracks are all up. Where's the mark going to be going is the big question. We do see a palace coming down on this position, which, I mean, doesn't really protect all too much. Does protect this large gold mine here, but that is what it is. As the Arcus now coming through, Momo's going to be throwing down the market. He's got it up. I imagine we're going to be seeing Hecate. No surprises where that's concerned. And Hagrit's up to 130 of 130 population. He is not in the Mythic Age. He's not advancing to the Mythic Age just yet. So Momo's going to want to try and fight right now. Pretty hard to try and keep Hagrit in this heroic age for as long as he possibly can. As a fortress coming down on this position, these Terma here still getting produced by Momo to try and help him win these fights is definitely a little bit of a mistake here, as we are seeing the Odysseus taking down that Stymphalian bird nicely there by Hagrit. Well played to get that one down, as we do see the fortress out, and we do have to be fairly aware that these town centers, they're in range of water. This one here in range of water, this one here in range of water. So maybe Momo can try and get up onto this position here with a dock. It is already defended with a fortress, but it could be an option nonetheless, as Hagrit's got tons of food in the bank. He's actually been doing this quite a lot in his games, kind of overdoing it on the food in a big way. Let's actually just have a quick look at how many farms he's got. He's got 10 farms here. He's got 14 farms. He's got 22 farms. He's got 28 farms. 31 farms down at this point, which is a crazy amount considering all things there. As Hagrid is now 95% of the way through. Momo is now attempting to push in onto this position. He does have the Murmillo moving in right now, going to look for a Tartarian gate. I'd like to see the Tartarian gate on top of all these houses or something as the units are pushing in onto this position over here. As he does go for that one there, hitting those houses, dropping Hagrid's population down even more, as the units are going to be able to pick off a lot of Hagrid units here. We do see Hephaestus coming through right now for Hagrid, but he's going to have to deal with this Tartarian gate here as well. If there's a way in which the Lampede can get onto that position as well to deal with a potential incoming Colossus, that would be a really big idea as well from Momo, but he does send the Lampede onto this position here. We don't see any fire siphons coming through for Momo to take out this position at this point here. As the Arcus dealing good damage to the infantry here. Irrigation on the way from Momo, fortified town centers on the way from Momo, as well as the units of Hagrid desperately trying to hold on. The villagers coming over onto this position, but the Tartarian spawns are kind of all here, ready to start taking these units down. I think Momo having just a little bit of internet difficulties here. So we'll see how that's. We'll see if he's going to be able to fix that one, as he's going to be waiting for just a little bit here.
Yes.
There's a couple more Lampedes actually coming through for Momo. I actually think this is a really, really underutilized unit for the Oranos players, because it effectively kills off a unit and forces it to fight. We see that this Lampede does fall, though. They are relatively weak, but if you can have good control of a Lampede, it's effectively a stronger version of a mummy in a weird way. As the Land PD's retreating back. See, wait, Hephaestus. The MVP Tartarian gate? The MVP Tartarian gate? He takes down the town center that Hephaestus was coming through. And all the villagers were taking the town set, they're taking the Tartarian gate out. He's done so much damage to Hagrid's economy here. As now the Fire Siphon can start pushing through this town center as well. And he's going to deny Hephaestus yet again here as the villagers desperately trying to repair this town center up. Hagrit is in a ridiculously difficult position right now as the Tartarian gate will end up falling here. It would seem just barely, maybe not even falling, sitting at 300 HP as the units all get taken out. And Hagrit does have to tap out here in game number 2 to Momo's Oranos after what looked to be basically stabilizing here, clicking up to the Mythic age, having his third town center, but the Dream Tartarian gate kills the town center, kills a ton of villages, and Hagrid is just not able to get to the heroic age, the Mythic age, and not able to stabilize. And not only that, he's going to be running out of this gold mine very, very soon as well, so he'll be out of gold. What an insane turnaround here from Momo. It looked like he was out of this game, but let's be real, that's Oranos. Oranos can steal games from the jaws of defeat at any point, whenever he feels like it. And this game was no exception. A crazy win here for Momo, up 2-0 in this series. He only needs to get to 4 wins, 2 more on the way, and he'll be a very happy chappy. If you guys enjoyed this game, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys in the next game.